Hey y'all, Chris Bassett here, and I'm doing an oil change on the Ford Bronco Sport. Let's get into it. Pull the hood latch twice in succession to open up the hood. Go ahead and come around to the front of the vehicle. We want to double check the type of oil we'll be using. I'm doing this change on a 1.5 liter 24, but this will work for the 21 through 24 Ford Broncos. You can also check your specs here on the sticker. So for the 1.5 liter, you will need approximately 6.6 quarts of 5W20 motor oil. So I went down to the local auto parts store, I picked up the oil, and then talked to the guy behind the register and got the filter. I'll also put links down in the description for everything I used. The other thing that you may not have would be a T30 bit. You'll need this to take off the 13 bolts that hold on the plastic skid plate that covers up the drain pan. I was able to change the oil without lifting the vehicle into the air, but you may need some car ramps or a jack to get under here for comfort. So here you can see all the bolt locations in the front. I'll lay out a diagram that shows where they're at, but you'll be wanting to take this big plastic skid cover off. That way you can access underneath. There are also two plastic locking bolts to the left and to the right. I just used a flathead screwdriver and pried those plastic bolts out. So here's just a front view of the vehicle, and this is what the plastic bolt looks like. There's one on either side. Just keep in mind you want to be gentle when you pry back and forth. Just get the tip of the screwdriver underneath the plastic and then wiggle it back and forth gently. You don't want to break this. It should pop down, and then once it's exposed, then you can continue to work it back and forth, and it should come out. For the next step, you'll want to remove the 13 T30 screws or bolts. They're located all around the perimeter of the plastic skid pan. So I'll go ahead and remove the skid pan and show you the location with the highlighted spots. The X's are the T30 bolts, and then the circles are the plastic bolts. So here I'm just twisting out the bolts. Be gentle. They're pretty easy to strip out if you're using like a power tool or something. Once all the fasteners are out, go ahead and put them someplace safe so you don't lose them. I've got my 13 T30s and then my two plastic bolts. Next, you'll want to pull the cover off. So there's a handle underneath. You want to pull it towards you if you're at the front of the vehicle, and it should flex or slightly bow in the middle. It's latched onto the front and the back. So you want to pull it until it flexes on you, and then you can go ahead and pull the pan out. It is plastic, so you can manipulate it a little bit, but be careful not to go overboard. You don't want to break it. With the skid cover removed, you now have access to the oil drain plug and the filter. Drain plug's yellow, and it just twists off. You may need to put a pliers on it if it's a little rough, but there's your filter. So the filter's in a pretty easy place to access, and so is the plug. Make sure you grab yourself an oil drain pan. You don't want to make a mess. And then keep in mind that the distance, it could spray in a couple feet, really. But so there's your yellow plug. Just position your drain pan underneath, and then turn it counterclockwise to go ahead and open it up. Like I said, if it is kind of sticky, you could throw a pair of pliers on it to give you a little more leverage, and then you can go ahead and pull her out. So this should go without saying, if you have been running the vehicle prior to this, the oil will be hot. I was running the vehicle for like 15 minutes, so she was a little warm, but yeah, not any danger of burning myself. When the oil's done draining, don't forget to replace the cap. It just goes back in the same way it came out. Just turn it clockwise this time. And then we'll work on the oil filter. The filter's in a really good spot, so you have plenty of room for an oil filter wrench. I tried using my hands to crank on it. They were still kind of oily, and so I couldn't get it to pop off. I did find this crescent wrench. Whatever you got to do to get a good bite on it. Don't forget to put your oil pan underneath to catch the little bit of oil that will come out of the filter. And then we will put on the new filter. Make sure that the black rubber gasket comes off with the old filter, and then you'll want to take some clean, fresh oil and put it around the new gasket to help it seal. I just like to mention this K&N filter. It's pretty handy. It has this nut on the back. A 1-inch wrench can fit on to help pull the filter on and off. Pretty handy. Alrighty, so the oil plug's in, new filter's on securely. Let's go ahead and add the oil. As I was saying before, the 1.5 liter engine takes 6.6 quarts. Double check your information if yours is different. So I got my funnel out, and then go ahead and remove the oil fill cap and place the funnel inside. I carefully added the required amount of oil and then reinstalled the oil fill cap. Let's go ahead and start up the vehicle, let it run for a few seconds, and then we will check the dipstick. Keys in my pocket, step on the gas and press the start button. I like to make sure there's no leaks, so I walk around to the front of the vehicle, look underneath. I don't see any oil spilling out, so that's a good sign. Go ahead and turn the vehicle back off, and then we will pull out the dipstick and check the fluid level. So this yellow handle, there's your dipstick. Go ahead and pull that out. You'll want to look at the notches, the tabs, and there should be oil in this pocket. So about midway through is a good location, but we're good on oil, so I'm going to go ahead and put it back in, and then I will show you how to reset the oil notification on your digital dash. So this time we do not want to start the vehicle, so just press the stop button without your foot on the pedal. It'll bring up this menu. You can then use the keypad on the side here to cycle through your options by pressing up or down. Hit the menu button until it says information. You may have to cycle through a couple other menus. So just press up on the keypad until you see where it says information. After several cycles, there's your information. You can then hit OK, depress the OK button down, and then you can cycle down to where it says oil life. Press down on the keypad, then hit OK, and then it's going to ask you to hold the OK button to reset. So you just need to hold it for a few seconds. You'll see like the bar finish filling up, and then it'll say 100% oil life. You may then want to go back to the original menu called My View. So go ahead and tab back on the button, and it'll go back to the original screen where it shows the odometer and all the basic information. Hey, check out another video over here. I've got Amazon links down in the description for all the tools I used. Use those links at no extra cost. You can help support the channel. I really appreciate it. Any other questions or comments, put below. Thanks.